If OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers would it give you to certain questions? OK Boomer, where's the nearest recycling center? We have trash cans. Apostrophe. Just throw it out the car window. The chain gang'll pick it up. Apostrophe. Holy shit, that's terrible. OK Boomer. Directions to 5th and Montgomery. We don't need a map. I know where it is. Wait a minute. Apostrophe. Oh my god. If I had a nickel for every time my grandma would flat refuse to give an address because I know where it is. It had that tree in front that got struck by lightning in 92. Okay. So it's got a big dead tree in front. Oh no. The storm knocked it down. It's where it was. I laughed way too hard at this. I used to be a courier running rural routes. Ended up in this podunk town trying to find a rural routes address. These are post office addresses, not street addresses. And the post office would not tell us where the house was located because we were the competition. I stopped at the only store/gas station in town. Town was this store, a feed/hardware store, and a bar. Everyone stops what they're doing and turns to look at me when I walk in. No shit. This town is nowhere near a highway. They don't get many out of town visitors. I ask where so and so at this address lives. The cashier stared at me for the longest time. Then tells me to take the road west out of town for so many miles and take a right at the old Johnson barn. Then down another mile on the left. I ask what color the barn is. She tells me the barn is gone. I'm supposed to take a right where the old Johnson barn used to be. Bahahaha. OK Boomer. Engineering job listings in my area. Job listings. You are just playing around on the internet. Figure out where you want to work and go down there. Ask to speak with a manager. Shake his hand. Look him in the eye and ask for a job. Edit. This post brought to you by painful memories of job hunting during the 2008 recession. My dad was getting on my case every day about playing on the computer when I was checking job sites and going through their infuriating sites that make me upload my resume, then fill in fields that are on my resume 3 different times. Someone in the comments below dropped the classic pound the pavement and I felt my blood pressure spike. Thanks. OK Boomer. How's the weather today? Open the window and stick your arm out. Is it wet? That must mean it's raining. Is it cold? Put on a sweater. Try figuring out things on your own, kiddo. Apostrophe. This is the nicest boomer reply just cause he said kiddo. I'm in my early 20s and I use kiddo. Am I a secret boomer? OK Boomer. Open YouTube. How? Can you show me? Always quickly followed up with, oh, I know how to use computers. I knew how before anybody else did. I'm not dumb, you know. As accusatory as possible for absolutely no reason when you have fixed the problem in under 2 minutes. Or on the other hand with my dad. No mate/love. I don't even know how to switch one on. I just get my kids to do it. Here, I'll give them the phone and you can talk to them while I go back to reading the newspaper. OK Boomer. What's the most effective birth control pill? The most effective birth control pill is an aspirin between your knees. Actual quote from a friend's parent. I'll never forget it. Right square bracket. I can totally get fucked and keep an aspirin between my knees. Boomers ain't heard of doggy style. OK Boomer. What's on TV right now? We only watch the news and Wheel of Fortune in this house. Apostrophe. No Jeopardy. Shame. Jeopardy is my jam. I'll win it one day. Just you wait. No, you don't understand. I don't just answer the questions. I answer them in the proper format. Whenever I have guests over to watch with me, they sometimes answer quicker because they don't use the format. But I score the points because I do use the format. Jeopardy is more than just a game. It's my ticket out of Applebee's. It's so swamped here that I served a man cold ribs last week. I'm beyond whelmed. I'm overwhelmed. It's okay. Soon I'll have my shot in sunny Los Angeles with Alex Trebek himself. Hell, see the spark in my soul. Hell, see the fire in my guts and the blood in my eyes. I've been training my clicking thumb, you know. My response times are improving. Down to 23 seconds on average. Every night after my shift, I hit Wikipedia. It's the most efficient means of acquiring knowledge. and knowledge I do have. This year will be mine. This is my year. Jeopardy will never have seen a winner like me before. This is my calling and my destiny. Okay boomer. What's the weather like? Why don't you go for a walk and see for yourself? Back in my day, we didn't even have weather. Obligatory walk down the driveway to school in the snow. Okay boomer. Call my husbandly if you tell me when I'm going to get grandkids. It's about time. When are you going to start finishing inside our daughter? I feel like this could be a stand-up bit. Okay boomer. How can I pay for college? Write a check like I did. I once got in an online debate with my uncle about this very subject. His argument was that he worked a minimum wage job to put himself through college and support his family. So we youngsters should quit complaining. To prove my point, I calculated how many hours it would take at current minimum wage just to pay current tuition at his alma mater, and it was over 100 hours per week. He was so angry that a year and a half later he still had the date of that argument memorized and cited it as an example of my disrespectful attitude. Millennial proves a point using math. Boomer, stop disrespecting me. Okay boomer. Volume up what? You wanna become deaf? Don't sit so close to the TV. It will ruin your eyesight. Okay boomer. How's the weather today? Alexa, no. You're supposed to answer me. Alexa, are you listening? I can't tell if it's listening. Do I start talking yet? I think it stopped. Directions to this address. Alexa, my dad's problem is more that he's way too fucking slow. I've literally seen an exchange that went something like this when he wanted Alexa to play Man on the Silver Mountain by Rainbow Dad. Alexa starts listening. Dad, massive pause as he realizes he doesn't actually know what he wants to ask her. Alexa, sorry, I didn't catch that. Dad. Alexa starts listening. Dad, play me. Alexa, sorry, I didn't catch that. Dad. Alexa, shut the fuck up and listen for a sec. Alexa, sorry, I don't understand it. Alexa starts listening. Dad, play me. Man. Alexa starts searching for man. Dad. On the. Alexa, sorry, I couldn't find that in your library. Wow, this is eerily accurate. Okay boomer, play today's hits. That is not music. Now that's not what I call music. Volume 12. Featuring a lawnmower at 7 AM, an unexplained clicking in the inappropriate talk radio at an uncomfortable volume, and the hot new single, Can You Help Me Install This NL. Also included, by popular demand, that loud, obnoxious cough or sneeze that causes a 9/8 Richter earthquake, a baby on my flight, these great hits and many more, for the low price of 6 installments of what I think college tuition costs nowadays. Order today by calling 1-800-OK-BOOMER. Okay boomer. What time is it? What? You don't know how to read a clock? The future is doomed. Apostrophe. Now the boomer answer would be time for you to get a watch. That's a dad answer, not just limited to a certain generation. Okay boomer. Where is the nearest gas station? Okay, so you're going to want to drive past that building that used to be the old dentist office. Take a right at the large yellow house. Keep going until you see that sign for the restaurant we went to last year, and then take a left. If you've reached the place where Tim Hortons used to be, then you've gone too far. You forgot to add it's past Darlene Johnson's house. You know Darlene, her son is John Hes the doctor. Literally no clue who these people are. Oh my god. This drives me insane. The most mundane question sets off a 15-minute history of the population of your hometown. Hey, Dad, where did you go this afternoon? Well, you remember John, right? He's Big Jim's daddy. You know Big Jim. He used to work at the gas station right by Delmar's. Well, it used to be Delmar's. Now it's a Sears. But Big Jim was Jason's brother. Jason, whose sister's daughter was that boy in your class's mom. The boy who got in trouble when he robbed that feed store. Anyway, John wanted me to look at some land he wants to buy. It's down right next to Margaret Shaw's old house. You know Margaret. He lost me at John, right? And the guy who robbed the feed store was in my sister's class, who is 10 years my senior. Edit. Look, I understand the sentiment from a lot of replies saying, He just wants to talk to you. He loves you. Have empathy and all. And I agree with that sentiment in general. But please trust that I know my dad. And that is not the place where this rambling is coming from in his case. Okay boomer. Wake me up at 6 o'clock, wakes you up at 5 o'clock, get up. It's 6 o'clock. Okay boomer. Take me to the nearest formal sit down place, okay snowflake. Starting your route to Applebee's apostrophe. Survivor fans love that. Okay booby, your age, I had a house, car, and 50k in savings. You need to stop asking for handouts. My mom told me when I was 26. I was married and had a house when I was your age. Cool mom. How much student loan debt did you have? Okay boomer. What's the capital of Iraq? Back in my day, we looked things up in an encyclopedia. Damn millennials. So obsessed with their phones. Apostrophe. Do you even know how to use a card catalog? Okay boomer. What's a card catalog? Okay boomer. Restaurants nearby, we have food at home. Okay boomer. Where's the nearest car mechanic? What? You can't fix your car yourself, kids these days. Boomer. My engine literally just exploded. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Try not mumbling. Enunciate your words. Right. Okay boomer. What's the number for my insurance company? You don't have it memorized. Sat. Where would you be without your smartphones and tablet fingers? You know what? Never mind. I'll just walk. Thanks, boomer. Walking. Finally. A good idea. Exercise. You're also chubby. Don't eat right with all that Chipotle Bell stuff. And it's thank you, not thanks. And my response is you're welcome. Not that ridiculous, no problem, you will do. Okay boomer. Please stop now. Don't you tell me to be quiet. Have some respect for your elders. When I was your age I owned a house. I know a lot of people that are in a loop of this generation is so entitled, and I demand respect for being older than you. Okay boomer. Can you please autofill my credit card details on this site? What? You want to give your details to a stranger? Are you nuts? Just go drive a half an hour to the store and buy it in person. It's safer that way. Proceeds to download malware that gives all bank info to Eastern Europe hackers. Or give their info to the nice Saudi prince who wants to give me an inheritance. Okay boomer. Look up therapists near me. Have you tried thinking positive thoughts? Well, have you? Back in my day, we used to pull up our bootstraps and grit our teeth. Young folks these days don't even know what's going on in your heads. The fact that boomers don't understand the meaning of pulling yourself up by the bootstraps never ceases to aggravate me. Okay boomer. Tell me a joke. You snowflakes get offended over everything. You can't even take a joke. Okay boomer. What did you say, you little shit? Initiating boomer protocol. What? Remember, no human. Okay boomer. Execute order 66. Okay boomer. The job market is so competitive. How can I get a job? Yeah, just need gumption. Proceeds to talk about how they got a job from just walking in and demanding it. Instructions unclear. Police had to drag me out of the reception area. Instructions unclear. Bootstraps pulled all the way up to ears. Okay boomer. What restaurants serve brunch near me? Have you tried not being gay? I tried. But this brunch thing makes it really hard to straighten out. For straight people, if you had to choose between being gay or giving up brunch, what would you do? In before heterosexuality is not a choice. Okay boomer. Remind me to take my medication. You don't need that stuff. Just snap out of it. Having a seizure. Just get off the floor, you idiot. This is absolutely hilarious. I can picture some kid having a seizure as a boomer reprimands him for it. Dumb kids, this is what happens when you play those video games and download all those viruses from AOL. Okay boomer. Open Indeed. You don't need Indeed. Just walk on in and give a firm handshake, you entitled brat. And while you're at it, you can send out resumes in the mail. I bet you don't even know what stamps are, you avocado toast eating millennial. You keep bitching about not being able to find a job. But I don't see you out there pounding the pavement and knocking on doors. I honestly wish this was more like it used to be. I applied for dozens of jobs, and the only thing I got contacted on were the places that are really shit jobs with high turnover and the 2 places I knew people. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.